We're back at the Millennium Stadium once again, this time for Betfred Championship round 25 as Featherstone Rovers welcome Dewsbury Rams. And a big game it is, the penultimate game of the 2024 season and the last home game here at the Millennium Stadium. Rovers need to win against Dewsbury tonight as the fight for the playoffs spots continue. Featherstone currently out of the playoff spots. They're occupied by Widnes and York as it stands. Widnes are in action against Toulouse this evening. So Featherstone, they just need to get the job done here against Dewsbury tonight and go into next week's crunch tie against the York Knights full of confidence. So team news for the Rovers, and it's 3 changes from last week's game. Returning is Caleb Akins, who starts at fullback for the first time since June, and Tom LeCans returns after a 12-game absence to take his spot at scrum half. So the Rovers line up with Caleb Akins at fullback, three-quarter line of Gareth Gale, Josh Hardcastle, Greg Minikin and Connor Wynne. It's Ben Reynolds and LeCan at halfback. Front row is Ben Nakubawai, Connor Jones and Jack Arnold. Brad Day also returns to the team, having missed last week. He's alongside Jack Bussey in the second row. And skipper Danny Addy is at loose forward. And on the bench for the Rovers, Greg Eden, who's been playing fullback as of late. He provides utility off the bench, along with Gadwin Springer, James Lockwood and Jimmy Beckett, who will boost the middle unit when they come on from the bench. And for Dewsbury, we're coached by Paul March. Of course, Paul March, a familiar face here at the Rovers. They have Callum Turner at fullback. It's Marcus Walker, Ollie Greensmith, Bailey O'Connor and Keenan Tomlinson on the wing. Featherstone fans will be familiar with him, but not playing on the wing. He played in the back row for James Ford's team earlier on in the season. In the halfbacks, it's Paul Sykes, of course, a former flat capper himself. He's alongside Jacob Hookham. In the front row is Elliot Morris, Reese Butterworth, who played here on dual registration earlier on in the campaign. He's at hooker, and Jamie Field is at prop. Another former Featherstone player, Dale Ferguson, is in the back row with Brad Graham, and Louis Collinson is at loose forward. And on the bench for Dewsbury, Luke Mearns, Ronan Dixon, Jack Briggs and Zeus Silk, who played a couple of games for Featherstone earlier on in the season. So welcome back to the Millennium Stadium for Zeus. So the Rovers looking to pick the form back up. 2 defeats on the spin against Swinton and Sheffield. Before that, the Rovers were red hot. But of course, we know it's still in our hands, and if we win both those games, we're in the 6. So full focus on a performance and getting the job done here against Dewsbury tonight. So a word on Paul March, Dewsbury's coach. Of course, he was assistant coach here for a number of years, and he led us out at Wembley in 2021. That was because head coach at the time, James Webster, was ruled out by COVID. That seems like a lifetime ago now, doesn't it, the COVID? So earlier in the season at the Flair Stadium, Rovers came out 46-12 winners. Greg Minikin and Connor Jones both getting a brace. Been a couple of years since Dewsbury were last at the Millennium Stadium, and in that game Rovers came away with a 72-6 win in 2022. Craig Hall scoring 30 points. And the year before, in 2021, we beat Dewsbury 64-6. Craig Hall again scoring points for fun. 32 he got on that occasion. Hey, it'd be nice if Ben Reynolds could get something like that this evening. Of course, Ben Reynolds on that massive run of consecutive goal kicks. So we're a minute past 6 p.m, still awaiting the players to come onto the field. Dewsbury are out, ready to come out. We're just waiting for the Rovers. So here they come. Danny Addy leads out the Rovers. And Callum Turner leads out Dewsbury for this round 25 Betfred Championship clash. And the last game, sorry, the last home game of the season for the Rovers. Of course, it is the last home game of the season, which traditionally means that the players walk out with their little ones. A slam on the hooter and we're ready for action. It's Featherstone Rovers versus Dewsbury Rams. And a must win for the Rovers. Featherstone playing to the Ward Hygiene stand in the first half. And we're going to get first use of the ball. Callum Turner is going to get proceedings underway.
You either choose two kick-off or the direction the other one gets you return. I should hope that's right. I've been around too long. Time you run here, boys.
So here goes round 25 underway, and it's a deep kick from Turner and fumbled by Connor Wynn, but on the second attempt he regathers. Greg Minikin lining up for this carry. Shows it to Nakubawai, goes to Lacan. Lacan to Akins, Akins right foot step to try and get past Ollie Greensmith. Greensmith and Ferguson bring Akins to ground. Minikin with his second touch and his first carry, it's a good one as well. He pokes his nose through the defensive line and is tackled on the 40-metre line, so a decent first set from the Rovers. It's now the turn of skipper Addy, who gets Featherstone past halfway. Couple of tackles left in the bank. Here comes Nakubawai, who's been impressive in recent weeks. Really solid in the middle of the park, Nakubawai. Last tackle, Ben Reynolds right-footed, puts it high in the air. Callum Turner underneath it, and Dewsbury will start this set 10 metres or so in front of their own line. Here comes Keenan Tomlinson, returning to the Millennium Stadium. Jamie Field with the carry. Here comes Elliot Morris. Arnold and Bussey involved in that tackle. Arnold struggling with a shoulder. He's got a bang on the shoulder, and of course he spent a large chunk of the season out with a shoulder injury. Let's hope it's nothing too serious for Jack Arnold, but he looks in a fair bit of pain. Hopefully he can run it off this set. Here comes Caleb Akins. A thumbs up from physio Reece Carr, and Arnold is okay to continue. Minikin again, who's been busy in the first couple of minutes for the Rovers. He gets us past halfway. Connor Jones comes to Addy to Nakubawai. Addy at first receiver. Here comes Lacan, pops it in field to Bussey. Jack Bussey still going, gets the ball away to Jones. Here comes Hardcastle, one-on-one with Greensmith. Paul Sykes comes across and helps Greensmith out, and Hardcastle is brought to ground 18 metres away from Dewsbury's line. It's the last tackle. I think it's a knock-on here from Hardcastle. Yes, it is. So it's going to be a handover. So Dewsbury will get the ball back 20 metres from their own line, centre field. The veteran Paul Sykes feeds the ball. Marcus Walker with the first carry in this set, the wingman. Here comes Elliot Morris. Collinson to Sykes, Sykes to Ferguson. Wonder how many games those two have played between them, Sykes and Ferguson. Sykes shows it to two, comes out the back. Here comes Turner from fullback, and Bailey O'Connor, it's a loose carry. Minikin picks the ball up, and Rovers will start this set 40 metres out. Looking to post the first points of the evening. And Wynn will take the first drive. Goes straight at Morris, and he's brought down just past the 30-metre line, so Rovers in a good position, adding inside to Nakubawai. Nakubawai's tackled, 15 out. Rovers stacking the short side. Reynolds with a short pass, it's a poor pass actually, and the ball comes free. Brad Day unable to take the pass in. And Dewsbury get it back. Here comes Jamie Field. Connor Jones and Jack Bussey involved in that tackle. Paul Sykes over on the far side, turns it inside to Ferguson. Dale Ferguson still going. And it is a penalty. A ball steal from Danny Addy, I think it was, or it might have been Nakubawai. It was definitely one of them. So Dewsbury gifted field position, and Callum Turner will kick the ball past halfway. In fact, bang on halfway. Dewsbury will start this set. And Ollie Greensmith is going to tap. Comes in field, here comes Field. It's a nice little dummy from Jacob Hookham. Former Hull FC and Castleford player Hookham. Knock on, yes it was. Played the ball before he, well, used the ball to get up and play it at the same time, so an incorrect play of the ball. Here comes Arnold. Jones to Nakubawai. Addy at first receiver, flat ball to Arnold. His second carry in this set. Legs lifted above the horizontal from Collinson. Unnecessary because Jack Arnold was tackled. They had 3 men involved in the tackle, Dewsbury, so dominated the tackle, and then Collinson tips the legs. So Rovers have a penalty, and Ben Reynolds says thank you very much. Kicks the ball into touch, and Rovers will start this set 15 metres out. Minikin taps the ball. Here comes Danny Addy on the charge. Addy puts Rovers 10 metres out. Jones goes right to Reynolds. Reynolds to Akins. Akins looking for a gap in the Dewsbury defence. Still going Caleb Akins. Gets the arm free. Gets the ball down. And Caleb Akins marks his return to the team with a try. After 7.5 minutes, Rovers lead by 4 points to 0, and it's fullback Caleb Akins with the first try of the evening. Rovers making the most of that penalty given away by Dewsbury. And Caleb Akins received the ball on that right-hand side. Come back against the grain, infield, and found a gap and had enough strength to force his way over the Rovers full-back. Has been missing for a number of games. And before he got injured, Akins, he was operating at standoff half. Back in his favoured position of full-back now. So Ben Reynolds puts the ball between the sticks, and Rovers lead by 6 points to 0. And it's the first time this season that Rovers have had their 1, 6, 7, 9 and 13 all start the game, what they call the spine. We've seen all sorts this season, haven't we? Different combinations, different players. That's a great kick-off, is that? Comes off Minikin's foot and then collected by Wynn. And Wynn with a short pass. That's a great pass by Connor Wynn and a great line from Caleb Akins. So Rovers start this set on the front foot. Smart heads-up rugby there from Wynn and Akins. Here comes Day down the short side. I think he might fancy the short side again here. He does Connor Jones to Reynolds. Reynolds with the dummy. Here comes Nakubawai. A great set off the back of that try from the Rovers is this. Marching upfield. It's the last tackle now. Rovers inside Dewsbury's 20. Reynolds puts boot to ball. It's a great kick. It's fumbled by Dewsbury. Pattered dead, and it's going to be a goal line dropout. So a great set after scoring the try from the Rovers, forcing another set. And the Rovers will be keen to cross for back-to-back tries, leading 6 points to 0. 10 minutes played. Caleb Akins marking his return to the team with a try. It's bounced a couple of times, had gone past Lecan. Gasgale picks it up. Jones away from dummy half, offloads it to Lecan. Lecan taking the line on, beats Jamie Field and then gets tackled by Paul Sykes eventually. Good little run from Lecan. Bussey at first receiver, goes to Jack Arnold. Arnold tackled 20 metres out. Jones goes down the short side. Lecan at first receiver. Beats the challenge of Dale Ferguson and is tackled 8 metres out. Jones away from dummy half. Shows it to 2. Comes out the back to Reynolds. Here comes Akins. Akins to Minikin. Good defence there from Walker for Dewsbury, the wingman. But Minikin still going, looking to try and get the arm free. Eventually he's tackled 10 metres out. It's the last tackle, Reynolds. Oh, steps inside, all the class in the world from Benny Reynolds. And that's the Rovers' second try of the evening. Courtesy of our number 6, Ben Reynolds, right foot step. And then a turn of pace to cross for the try. And Rovers go back to back and lead here after 12 minutes by 10 points to 0 with a kick to come. You could have made it easier for yourself, Ben. 10 metres in from touch. It's not the hardest kick in the world, but certainly not the easiest kick in the world. You would expect a player of his quality, a kicker of his quality, to make this 33 of 33 kicks. 32 is on. He's now on 33. So his run continues, 33 consecutive conversions. And actually for himself, it's 37 because of the conversions that he kicked whilst playing for Hull FC. So not the ideal kick restart. Sorry, 38 is now on Ben Reynolds, 38. So those kick restarts have caused Rovers some problems early on. So Dewsbury will start this set 10 metres away from the Rovers line. Trailing 12 points to 0. Here comes Hookham to Sykes. Sykes with a short pass to Greensmith. Dewsbury going to get another penalty. Here comes Hookham. Graham on the charge. Hookham shows it to 2, goes out the back to Sykes, Sykes to Turner, Turner gets on the outside of Gale, and then a looping pass out wide to Keenan Tomlinson, Tomlinson charging for the line, tackled by Bussey, just a metre or so short. Sykes to Collinson. Here's Ferguson. McCann's round the legs. Jack Bussey helps bring Ferguson down. It's the last tackle, so one tackle to defend for the Rovers. Sykes with a long pass to Hookham. Hookham, they're playing it on the last. Turner steps inside of Reynolds and then puts a little grubber kick through. It's a good kick this from Turner. It's caught by the Dewsbury number 9, Hookham, but dropped. So it's going to be a handover. Connor win with the first carry. It's a slow play, the ball. Had to be a penalty eventually. Graham was just taking far too long, messing around at the ruck. So Reynolds finds touch. Here comes Nakubawai. He tackled 5 short of halfway. Reynolds short pass to Brad Day. Brad Day takes some putting down. 3 Dewsbury men around him. Still can't put him to the floor. Day plays the ball. Addy. Short pass to Arnold. Good run there from Arnold. And Jamie Field just managing to bring him down. It's Lacan. Short pass to Bussey. Forward pass. Ooh. It was a great line by Jack Bussey, and certainly the right idea from Lacan. From this angle, it looked flat, but obviously the referee and the touch judge have better views than I do. Perhaps the pass before that was deemed as forward. Here comes Ollie Greensmith. 1 Super League appearance to his name for Wakefield Trinity back in 2021, Ollie Greensmith. Morris to Hookham. Here comes Turner. Infield to Bailey O'Connor. Elliot Morris tackled 5 metres past halfway. Dewsbury growing into this game. Turner looking for options on his left. He takes the tackle from Lacan eventually, and on the last tackle, Sykes will put boot to ball, left-footed. Bread and butter for Caleb Akins. Featherstone about to make a double interchange. James Lockwood and Gadwin Springer coming on. They're not bad changes to make, are they? Jack Arnold and Ben Nakubawai making way. Here comes Springer. Good run there from Gadwin Springer. He's tackled on the last tackle, just past halfway. Reynolds, right-footed kick. Callum Turner catches the ball and fires it across to Keenan Tomlinson. Here's Ferguson. Paul Sykes turns it infield to Zeus Silk, who's on from the bench. Butterworth away from dummy half. Addy looking to tackle him. He offloads to Silk, and then Turner gets the ball and passes out wide, and O'Connor's got a run on here. Great cover tackle there from Ben Reynolds. O'Connor looks like he was going to slice through, but Reynolds comes back and makes the tackle. I think Dewsbury are going to get a penalty here, yeah. Yeah, it was always going to be a penalty. Smart that from Dewsbury. Attacked the short side when Reynolds was running back, and then Reynolds got in the way of Bailey O'Connor, so Dewsbury do get the penalty. Here comes Field, 10 metres out. Paul Sykes, pass out the back to Hookham, Hookham to Turner. Turner with a lovely pass out wide, and Keenan Tomlinson goes over for the try. So Keenan Tomlinson gets Dewsbury's first try of the evening. £12 points to 4 with a kick to come from Callum Turner. Left-footed Turner. Looks good, it is good. 12 points to 6. Rovers now lead. Ben Reynolds gets us back underway with a deep kick that bounces just in front of Paul Sykes and then bounces again. Sykes eventually collects, runs across the line. Dewsbury giving it some width here. O'Connor comes back in field. Looking to get past Gadwin Springer. Springer tackles O'Connor. Here comes Elliot Morris. Zeus Silk with the drive. Butterworth away from dummy half. Morris with the offload. It's the deck, knocked back by Jacob Hookham. Had to be forward. And Dewsbury give the ball away 40 metres from their own line. Rovers scrum centre field. Of course, looking to add to our 12-6 lead. 25 minutes or thereabouts played here at the Millennium Stadium. McCanns to Akins. High tackle. Here comes Springer. Straight down the middle, Gadwin Springer. Rovers in a good position, looking for the third try of the evening. Jones away from dummy half. LeCan to Springer. Springer on the charge, tackled 5 metres short of the line. Jones shows it right, comes left to Day. Day tackled just a metre away from the try line. Here comes Addy. Addy with a short pass to Lockwood. Lockwood looking to force his way over. Can he get over? I think he's going to be held up there, James Lockwood, so he'll have to take it back 10 metres. Here comes LeCan. LeCan with a ball to Bussey. Bussey shrugs one tackle away. He's brought down 10 metres. And the ball comes free. And Dewsbury get it back. So sloppy there from the Rovers. gifting Dewsbury the ball back, and Ollie Greensmith comes onto the ball for the Rams. Callum Turner tackled by Lockwood and Hardcastle. Ronan Dixon for Dewsbury, just come on from the subs bench. Turner with a pass to Graham. Graham tackled by Ben Reynolds and Brad Day. Butterworth away from dummy half. Tackled by Danny Addy. Going to be a penalty, yeah, shoulder charge. Turner finds touch. So the last time that Dewsbury had a penalty down here, they scored. Hopefully not the case this time around. Ronan Dixon with the first drive. Butterworth to Hookham. Hookham shows it to Morris and then comes short to Zeus Silk. Butterworth away from dummy half. Finds Silk again. Silk shrugs off the challenge of Jones. Dewsbury 10 metres out. Butterworth out the back to Morris. Morris runs straight, tackled eventually by Lockwood. Ronan Dixon on the charge for Dewsbury. Last tackle, centre field. Couple of metres away from the try line. One tackle to defend. Sykes with a little kick in behind. It's caught by LeCan. LeCan is away. Go, Tom, and have you got the pace? Just run. Still going, LeCan. Steps in field. Offloads it to Akins. Great fullback play from Caleb Akins. Now Rovers have got 3 men on the left edge. Minikin gives it to Wynn. Wynn's going to finish, surely. Steps inside. Still can finish. Connor Wynn. Passes in field, and it's a try for Ben Reynolds. Second try of the evening from Ben Reynolds. Third try of the evening from the Rovers. Started by Tom LeCan, finished by Ben Reynolds. Unselfishly given to him by Connor Wynn. It looked as though Wynn could probably stretch over and score, but he had Reynolds probably screaming inside for the ball, and he gets his second try. Again, 10 metres in from touch. So another difficult conversion for Reynolds. But Rovers lead 16 points to 6 with a kick to come. So this one for his 34th consecutive kick. Right-footed Reynolds, no mistake. Just looks effortless for Reynolds at the minute.
Successful conversion. Featherstone Rovers number 6, Ben Reynolds, sponsored by Vatican.
Rovers lead 18 points to 6. 2 tries from Reynolds, a try from Caleb Akins, and 3 conversions from Reynolds. Turner with the kick again. Connor Wynne tackled 10 metres away from his own line. Here comes Hardcastle. Jack Bussey on the charge. Springer pops it up to James Lockwood. McCann with the kick. It's an easy one there for Callum Turner. He turns it infield to Keenan Tomlinson. Here's Greensmith. Jimmy Beckett getting ready to come on for the Rovers for the final 6 minutes of this first half. Hookham with the kick, turns Akins around. I would imagine Beckett will be coming on for Addy, or potentially Connor Jones and Addy moving to hooker. Let's see. It is for Addy. Addy comes off for a breather. Here comes Hardcastle. Brad Day. Good defensive set here from Dewsbury. Rovers just out of their own 30-metre line. Reynolds right-footed. Callum Turner with the catch and then pass to Keenan Tomlinson. Great work from Gale and Bussey. Tremendous work for forcing Keenan Tomlinson back. He eventually offloads the ball to Greensmith, who makes 10 metres for Dewsbury. But the initial work there from Gale and Bussey, impressive. Here comes Zeus Silk. Penalty for offside. Callum Turner finds touch, so Dewsbury inside the Rovers 40 metres. Hookham with the tap. Dixon to Butterworth. Butterworth with a long pass to Sykes. Here comes Ferguson. Jack Briggs with the drive for Dewsbury. Hookham to Turner. Here comes Graham. Good run there from Brad Graham for Dewsbury. Hookham to Sykes. Sykes. Pass there from Turner. Is it knocked on by Tomlinson? I think it's judged to have gone backwards, so Tomlinson regathers. Here comes Dixon. Hookham puts boot to ball. Should be easy for Connor Wynne, it is. Here comes Minikin. Good run from Minikin. Good metres there from the Rovers centre. And Reynolds with the dummy. Good work there from Ben Reynolds, makes 10 metres from dummy half. Jones with a long pass to Akins. Akins to James Lockwood. Lockwood down the middle, tackled just a metre short of halfway. Beckett turns it infield to Springer. That's the last tackle. Reynolds puts boot to ball. Callum Turner underneath it. Catches it 10 metres from his own line, and Brad Day is there to meet him. So Dewsbury start this set 15 metres away from their own line. Here comes Walker, Marcus Walker. Sykes to Ferguson. Ronan Dixon for Dewsbury. Oh, great tackle there from Bussey on Sykes. Picked up by Greensmith, but it's on the last tackle. And Butterworth away from dummy half with a kick along the floor. Should be easy for Wynne to deal with, it is. And he launches a counter for the Rovers, gives it to Akins. Akins looking for a gap, runs in between O'Connor and Graham, tackled 5 metres short of halfway. Here comes Wynne. Wynne with a short pass to Brad Day. Good line from Brad Day. Lockwood to Gale. Here comes Reynolds. Long pass to Minikin. Minikin had Wynne on his shoulder, comes inside. Six again. Too slow from Dewsbury. Jacob Hookham not happy. Rovers 15 metres out. Lockwood to Beckett, here's Springer. Jones to Lecan. Lecan with a dummy and step. Thomas Lecan, can he stretch over? Yes, he can. Oh, he'll have enjoyed that one, Thomas Lecan. A dummy, a right foot step and a try for the little Frenchman, Thomas Lecan. Tremendous footwork there from the half-back. And right on the stroke of half-time too, so a try at a crucial stage. Scored by Thomas Lecan. Oh, he's missed it. I wasn't expecting to say that. So Ben Reynolds on that long, long run of consecutive kicks. Misses one 10 metres just to the side of the sticks. So Rovers lead 22 points to 6 here at the break. 2 tries from Ben Reynolds and a try each for the returning Caleb Akins and Thomas Lecan. So we're finally poised for the second half. A comfortable lead for the Rovers. It's 22 points to 6. So 22 points to 6. The Rovers lead at the break. Just awaiting the teams coming back out for the second half. Let's go around the grounds and take a look at the scores elsewhere. Wakefield Trinity lead Barrow Raiders by 24 points to 0 at the DIY Kitchen Stadium. But the result that we've been keeping an eye on is Widnes against Toulouse, and the Vikings lead by 12 points to 0 at half-time. So, as it stands, the Vikings are on 29 points. And as it stands, the Rovers are on 28 points, along with York Knights. And of course, Sheffield.
Please welcome back to the field for the second half. Today's visitors, the Dewsbury Rams.
It's got the potential next week at York to be a classic. Both teams battling it out for that playoff spot. So Dewsbury are back out for the second half.
For the last time in 2024 at the Millennium Stadium Championship action. Come on, put your hands together.
The Rovers are back out now. Playing left to right in the second half, downhill.
Second half action there. Half-time score, Featherstone Rovers 22, Dewsbury Rams 6. Have we got any noise? We got Featherstone Rovers!
Timing here, boys.
Ben Reynolds, right-footed, gets us back underway in this second half. Paul Sykes turns it infield to Ronan Dixon. Here comes Briggs. Zeus Silk on the charge for Dewsbury. Butterworth away from dummy half. Long pass to Greensmith. Gale with the tackle. Greensmith offloads to Tomlinson. Last tackle for the Rams. Sykes, left-footed, spiral kick. He's going to drop in front of Akins, but then bounces in his favour. And Akins launches a counter-attack for the Rovers. Ronan Dixon just brings him down as Akins was slipping. Here's Hardcastle. I think he's lost that, has he? Ball steal. Ball steal there from Dewsbury on Josh Hardcastle, so Rovers penalty. 3 subs used in that first half for the Rovers, so we're yet to see Greg Eden. Reynolds finds touch. Canningfield to Springer. Here comes Beckett. Beckett poking his nose through. Of course, playing against the club where he captained this season. mid-season signing from Dewsbury, Jimmy Beckett. Ben Reynolds tackled on a hat-trick, of course, is Reynolds. Jones away from dummy half, comes back down the short side, turns it in field to Brad Day. Rovers lose a little bit of momentum there. Jones with a short pass, Jimmy Beckett crashes over against his former club for the first try of the second half. Jones away from dummy half, Beckett on the charge, and it's 26 points to 6 with a kick to come. So Ben Reynolds. Right-footed, kicks this one. So it's 28 points to 6. The Rovers lead, and Brad Day comes off the field. Not sure whether there's an injury involved there, or maybe not risking him having missed last week. Not too sure on that one, but Danny Addy comes on. So I would imagine that Jimmy Beckett will move into the back row, with Addy coming back on the field. Minikin collects from the restart after Bussey passed it back. I think he's giving, I think it's Downtown he's giving here, offside I think. I think what's happened is Bussey has knocked the ball back, which was fair and square, but Jones came from in front of Bussey to collect it, I think. So Dewsbury back in possession. Dewsbury 12 metres out. Hookham passes to Sykes. Sykes releases to Turner. Butterworth away from dummy half. Here comes Graham. Looking for the pass out wide. It's a chance in the corner. Forward pass, not going to be given. Dewsbury are going to get it back. Come off the Featherstone man, I think. We'll come to Sykes. Sykes to Turner. Chance here for Keenan Tomlinson. Already scored a try. There's Tomlinson. Good defence there from the Rovers, and then a knock on from Keenan Tomlinson. So the Rovers will play on through Jimmy Beckett. Tomlinson fancied going on the outside of Gareth Gale there. Awkward with a short pass to Hardcastle. Reynolds in field to Danny Addy. Back to Lacan. Here comes Bussey. Bussey on the charge. Good run there from Jack Bussey. Last tackle. Jones to Akins, a bit scrappy from the Rovers. Akins, oh, great footwork from Caleb Akins. Oh, lovely from the fullback. Minikin with a kick in behind. One for Connor Wynn to chase. It's turned Turner around. It's going to run dead, so it will be a 20-metre restart. A little bit scrappy there on the last play from the Rovers, but Caleb Akins made something out of nothing there. Here comes Walker. Silk with a pass to Sykes. Sykes drops the ball. So Rovers are going to get it back. 40 metres or so away from the try line, leading 28 points to 6 with half an hour to play. Here comes Reynolds, running into the line at speed, releases Akins, who then gives it to Connor Wynn. Connor Wynn shrugs off a couple of challengers and Wynn will score in the corner. Great finish by the Rovers wingman. That's his 19th try of the season. And he doesn't need many opportunities, Connor Wynn, to get on the score sheet. Good attacking rugby there from Reynolds, Akins, and then Connor Wynn on the wing, scoring the try. So Rovers lead by 32 points to 6 with a Ben Reynolds kick to come. So that's Caleb Akins' evening finished. I would imagine wrapping him in cotton wool after being so influential for the 50 minutes he's been on the field on his return to action. Greg Eden comes on. So Reynolds with the conversion attempt. And he's missed this one as Reynolds. So 32 points to 6. The Rovers lead. Connor Wynn with the latest try. Another testing kick from Turner, knocked back by Jones, and then Gaz Gale collects, and Gaz Gale will launch a counter for the Rovers. Here's Hardcastle. Comes Reynolds, Addy. He's been forced into touch there. Danny had it. Yep, he has. So good defence there from Dewsbury. Butterworth to Dixon. Dixon runs down the middle. Lockwood and Springer involved in that tackle. Paul Sykes tackled 25 metres away from the Rovers try line. Butterworth finds a gap. Brought down by Beckett. Here comes Dixon. Sykes. Turner steps away from Hardcastle, puts a kick in behind. I think it's Greg Minikin who catches the ball eventually. Here's Gareth Gale. Jack Bussey. Lockwood with a short pass to Springer. Last tackle, good defensive set there from Dewsbury. Reynolds, right-footed, takes a deflection off Butterworth. Jones is chasing it. Turner catches it well, but Jones and Minikin are there to make the tackle. Good work by Minikin to bring Tomlinson down. Here's Walker. Ferguson. Lacans around the hips. Sykes to Zeus Silk. Silk goes past halfway. Sykes with a little kick. Bussey does well. Good work from Jack Bussey, and then the offload to Hardcastle. Here comes Gale. Still going, Gaz Gale. Good run there from the wingman. Ben Nakubawai comes on to replace Gadwin Springer. Jones to Nakubawai, fresh from the bench. Last tackle. Lacan puts boot to ball, right-footed. It's a good kick in the corner. Turner's underneath it. Good work there from the Dewsbury fullback. Skip away from a couple of challengers. Ollie Greensmith tackled for Dewsbury. Here comes Elliot Morris. Hookham with the kick. Greg Eden just about gets away with one there. Looking to launch a counter now for the Rovers. Lockwood now having a breather. Good stint from James Lockwood. Jack Arnold comes on in his place. And Connor Wynne goes down the left wing. He's got Connor Jones on his shoulder. Jones feints to go left, comes back right, gives it to Wynne. Wynne's going to go round Graham, surely. Connor Wynne, yes he is. Well, that try had a bit of everything. But in the end, a real good finish from Connor Wynne for his second of the evening. And his 20th of this campaign. It's 36 points to 6 in favour of the Rovers. So 36 points to 6 with the kick from Ben Reynolds to come. Reynolds right-footed. I think that one's good, it is. 38 points to 6, the Rovers lead. With just short of 20 minutes left on the clock.
Successful conversion there. Featherstone Rovers number 6, Ben Reynolds, sponsored by Mastercard.
It's another short kick off from Dewsbury. Rovers come up with it again. Here comes Nakubawai. Jack Bussey on the charge. Reynolds, oh, Minikin on the crash ball, loses it, and Dewsbury get it back.
seconds.
Here comes Zeus Silk. Butterworth running across the line. So scores around the grounds. Wakefield leading 36-0 against Barrow. I think that was a foregone conclusion. But Widnes and Toulouse is now 12-6. In favour of the Vikings. So a close one in that game. Good work there by Jack Arnold, pressuring Sykes and then Hookham on the last tackle. Here comes Arnold. McCann to Bussey. McCann with the kick. Turner deals with it in the corner. Hookham brought down by Addy and Nakubawai. Paul Sykes with the deep kick. Eden collects. And Eden, good run there from Eden, the fullback. Here's Hardcastle. Good work from Hardcastle. Gale tackled. Inside the Dewsbury 40. LeCan shows it to Nakubawai and Beckett. Gives it to Reynolds. Reynolds shrugs off the tackle of Graham. And Rovers are launching an attack on this left-hand side. Minikin brought down 20 metres short. Addy with the pass to Beckett, and then Beckett drops the ball. So Dewsbury get it back. So it's still 12-6 at Widnes. The Vikings leading Toulouse. Oh, it's collected by Connor Jones, and Jones is going to race away to cross under the posts. It was a tackle from Danny Addit on Jacob Hookham. The ball come free, everybody stopped, and Connor Jones says, thank you very much, I'll take that. And he goes to score under the posts. So Rovers hit the 40 mark. $42 points to 6. Kick to come from Ben Reynolds. No mistake from Reynolds.
Successful conversion, Featherstone was at the 6, Ben Reynolds, sponsored by Betfred.
Into the last 10 minutes here at the Millennium Stadium. 44 points to 6. The Rovers lead in what's been a dominant evening in our last home game of the season. Well, Minikin's caught it, looked to offload to Reynolds, who was complaining at the referee about something, and drops it. So Dewsbury get the ball back in an attacking position. Looking for the second try of the evening. Sykes to Turner. Turner with a pass to Tomlinson. Tomlinson throws it in field to Hardcastle. Rovers get a penalty there. Who's still penalised. Reynolds finds touch with the kick. Here comes Beckett. McCann to Reynolds, Reynolds to Eden. Eden wasn't really looking where it was passing, and it's spilled by Minikin. So Dewsbury going to get the ball back. Eight minutes to go, 44 points to 6. The scoreline. Sykes attacks the line. And Toulouse have levelled the scores at Widnes, so 12 points apiece in that one. Luke Mearns at dummy half. Out the back to Turner. Turner crabbing across the line. Knock on there from Dewsbury. Here comes Reynolds to Eden. Eden. He's tackled. Here comes Wynne. Good strong carry from Connor Wynne, of course, who's on a hat-trick. As is Ben Reynolds. Here's Addy charging forward. Oh, Connor Jones is away. He's got Beckett inside. Oh, he just delayed the pass, did Connor Jones. I don't think he saw Beckett initially, and then when he did see him, it was all a little bit rushed, and the pass was just too hot to handle there for Beckett. So Beckett denied a second try. And Dewsbury get the ball back 10 metres from their own line. Good tackle by Tom O'Lacans on Greensmith there. Tomlinson away from dummy half. Here comes Graham. Knock on there from Dewsbury. Into the final 4 minutes of this one, and Dewsbury forced the ball out there. Minikin down, needed some treatment. Connor Wynne announced as the man of the match. He's been busy as always and made a couple of breaks and of course a couple of tries. Rovers top scorer with 20 tries this season. Butterworth, one pass out to Turner. And it's a sin bin. Danny had it sent to the bin. So we'll miss the last 3 minutes, Danny had it. Taking a long walk off. Simbin for a late tackle, Danny had it. So Dewsbury with the penalty and possession 10 metres out. Butterworth to Sykes, Sykes short pass to Greensmith, Greensmith's going to finish. A try from Ollie Greensmith, smart try there from Dewsbury, good rugby. And they get the second try of the evening courtesy of Ollie Greensmith. So Tom Lecans comes off for the final couple of minutes. An impressive return to action for Lecan. Great to see him back out on the field. Callum Turner, he converts it, so it's 44 points to 12 with about a minute and a half on the clock. Around that anyway. Comfortable evening for the Rovers. 30 seconds left, so we'll keep a watchful eye on proceedings at Widnes. 12 points apiece in their game against Toulouse. Seven minutes remaining in that game at Widnes, 12 points apiece. But here at the Millennium Stadium, Rovers lead comfortably, 44 points to 12. So whatever happens in the Widnes game and elsewhere, it's going to be a massive game at York next week, where Rovers play the York Knights. Both teams looking for that playoff spot. So Dewsbury get a penalty there to finish off. I'm not sure what happened there, just underneath us. But Dewsbury are not happy with this. And Jack Arnold is now sent to the sin bin for a late hit. So Rovers will play the final tackle, final seconds with 11 men. They'll be disappointed with that, losing 2 men to the sin bin in the dying stages. Turner with the kick. It's caught by Connor Wynne, and Connor Wynne's away. Oh, this is the icing on the cake, surely. It's going to be a hat-trick here for Connor Wynne. He's away, Turner's not going to catch him, and he caps off a man-of-the-match performance with a hat-trick try in the final second. Connor Wynne. It's 48 points to 12 with a kick to come from Ben Reynolds, which will surely make it 50. Capping off a great evening for the Rovers wingman. And there goes a full-time hooter. So Toulouse trailing 12 points to 0 at one stage at Widnes. Well, with 3 minutes to go, Guy Armitage has just scored for Toulouse to put them 16-12 up, and I think with a kick to come as well. But it looks like Toulouse have nicked that one late on at Widnes, so that puts Rovers into the playoff spots as it stands. But of course, it's all going to go down to next week, and Widnes play Barrow, and of course the big one, Rovers travel to York. Well, that's all to come next week. It will be an exciting final week of the season as Ben Reynolds kicks a conversion in our final home game of the season. Make sure you join us next week. It promises to be a belter. We're over at York for the crunch game. It's finished here at the Millennium Stadium in our final home game of 2024. Featherstone Rovers 50, Dewsbury Rams 12.